Now, Spider-Man has been around an insanely long time. Most of us got our first starts into comics with him and have carried him in our hearts ever since. But how much do you truly know about the webhead? Welcome everybody to MetaComics. My name is Alec and I present to you Superhero, Fact or Fiction. Now, this is how it's gonna go. I present you with a statement and I'll give you a few seconds to determine whether or not that statement is a cold hard Spidey fact or a misconception. A comic misconception. Tally how much you got right and leave it in the comment section below to compare to each other. Now, begin. First off, everyone knows the origin of Spider-Man. Peter Parker gets bit by a radioactive spider and gains a whole lot of sciencey powers based off of it. But is this fact or is it fiction? It's fiction. Now, I know most of you will be saying, what? This guy's crazy. We've seen that origin story twice in the past 10 years. To which I say, well, neither of those movies were really that good, were they? Anyway, yes, you've heard me right. Spider-Man did not get bitten by a radioactive spider at all. In fact, he got bitten by a mystical one. Allow me to explain. The character Ezekiel, who has most of Spidey's powers, explained that Spider-Man was infected with a spider that was embedded with the power of the spider totem and just coincidentally happened to be radioactive. He also explained that Spider-Man himself is a totem, destined to battle those pretending to be totems, i.e. all the animal-themed villains inside Spider-Man comics, and face off against the monstrous being known as Morlun. Now on to the second statement. Everyone knows Peter, who despite being a prepubescent uber nerd, just knows how to get the ladies. From Mary Jane to Black Cat, Peter definitely has no trouble getting the girls' attention. But it wasn't always like this. Peter had no confidence until his first date with the beautiful Gwen Stacy. But is that fact or is it fiction? It's fiction! Thanks to the Amazing Spider-Man films, the mainstream audience now know that Gwen Stacy was in love with Peter long before Mary Go Get Him Tiger Jane Watson came along. But even some of the most die-hard Spidey fans find it hard to remember Peter's original love interest, Liz Allen. Yes, the stereotypical cheerleading captain who dates the school bully and doesn't even know the nerd exists. So does that mean that Peter took Liz out on his first date? Wrong again, double fooled ya. Peter escorted none other than Betty Brant, his Daily Bugle co-worker, on his first date. Probably to the drive-in at the local diner to get some malt chicks or something. I don't know, it was the 70s. Weird times. Now it looks like we have time for one more statement. So everybody knows Spidey's usual set of powers. Walking on walls, Spidey sensed the proportionate strength of a spider and the ability to talk to scorpions. But is this fact? Or is it fiction? It's fact! I know what you're saying. I don't remember that issue where Spidey attacks Green Goblin with an army of scorpion minions, and that's because that never happened, although it would have been amazing. But believe it or not, Spidey did have the power to talk to arthropods. Of course, scorpions and spiders were included. Surprisingly, this isn't even the weirdest power Spidey has had. He also had the ability to produce stingers from his hands and teeth, and most shockingly, developed a psychic blind spot, which keeps those closest to him from connecting the dots leading to the reveal of his secret identity. This is so powerful, in fact, that even Daredevil, who can easily match the scent of Spidey and Peter, was manipulated into thinking that they just simply wore the same cologne. Probably Axe. Did you learn anything new about everyone's favorite wall crawler? If so, go ahead and leave a like on this video below, but do not forget to comment down below on what character you would like to see on the show. Now, before I leave, I have a trivia question that will be answered in next week's episode. So, everyone knows Earth's Sorcerer Supreme, right? Doctor Strange. But who is Earth's Scientist Supreme? Think you know? Leave your answer down below in the comment section, and it might be featured in next week's episode. Also, don't forget to subscribe to MetaComics so you don't miss out on any of it. This has been Fact or Fiction. I am Alec Windsor, and I am out of here.